Hello, fifth grade. Well, we are here to review for your test on Tuesday. I have the Kahoot. It is live with 20 questions. We are actually going to go over a few of the extra questions here on YouTube, but not through Kahoot. The Kahoot game pin is 9449832. 9449832. That is the live game pin. Let me just put that in here for you. 948, no, 944 9832. 944 9832. That is the live game code. I'm going to put that in the chat in case you can see that. 94893 9832. 944 9832. Waiting for players, seeing if anybody's going to come and play. It is 6:33 p.m. I'm a couple of minutes late. I was trying to get our Kahoot all finished up, ready for our game. We're going to have a great time. We have 20 questions listed. Oh, I have one viewer. Who could that be? Let's see. The game code is 9449832. 9449832. I hope that you all have had a really nice weekend. I have, lots and lots of sleep. Let's see, what else did you guys say? Oh, I ran a 10K yesterday. That was really exciting and really fun. So I got some exercise. Let's see who's here. I've got one player active. Let's see who that is. Savage Plays. That will be Tate, I believe. 9449832. That is our game code. 9449832. Really cool. Tate, I hope you've had a nice weekend since you're here to play, ready to review your questions for your game. Excellent. Test on Tuesday. Do you feel like you're ready for this test on Tuesday? That is the question indeed. Let's see your two viewers. Who's going to join the game now? The game code is 9449832. 9449832. Let's see who's going to join us next. We've got Tate on board. Who else is going to join in? Is it Caitlin? It was Caitlin versus Tate last time around. Let's see who else we can get. I know Mason was planning to join in today. I hope that he's planning to join in after all. Let's see who else is going to join in. 9449832. Mr. Steven is making us dinner again. No zoodles today. Today we are having spaghetti squash taco bowl. So it's like a taco, but instead of having a tortilla, we are having spaghetti squash. Let's see who's playing. Phantom Knight. Ooh, I wonder if that's Mason, ready to play against Tate. 9449832. Let's see. Oh no, Savage Plays, you got kicked out. What happened? Come back, come back. I have 4 viewers now. 9449832. Who else is here and ready to play? Let's see what's going to happen here. Need a few extra players, and then I'll get the game started. 9449832. I currently have 1 player. I'm going to go ahead and put the computer to the side for a second, and I'm going to write down the game code so that if you come in a little bit late, you can still join in. Just 1 second, okay? Oh, there's Mr. Steven. Hi, Mr. Steven. All right, 1 second. 9449832. All right. Game code 9449832. Oh, I have 3 players now. Let's see who's on board. Just right in front of Mr. Steven asked if I want a Sharpie. I said, no, thank you. My pencil works just fine. 9449832. I have Dominic. Yay, Dominic. Phantom Knight, who I assume might be Mason. and Savage plays. Let's see. It might be an all-boys game tonight then. Let's see who else is going to come play. I have 7 viewers on the YouTube, but only 3 players. Let's see if I can get some more players before we get started on the game. 9449832. 5 players. 5 players. Who else is here? Caitlin is here with her little angel, and Will. Will, I hope you're feeling better, and we're going to see you tomorrow at school. 9449832 is the game pin. 9449832 is the game pin. We're going to have a great time going over all the things we need to learn about with the states of matter for science for our test on Tuesday. Test Tuesday. Are you so excited about our test? Yay! Our next test is not for another like 2 or 3 weeks. So you might do really well in this test and then just have some quizzes and some homework and not too much stress until the next test. 9449832. I hope meanwhile you are working on your science fair project worth 2 test grades this term, 2 test grades. I'm going to give it 2 more minutes and I'm going to get us started. 9449832. That is the game pin for our game. If you get kicked out, just join back in. We're going to have a great time doing some review for our game. And then tomorrow during class, we are also going to review. So if you don't have a device to bring to class, that is perfectly fine. You will be teamed up with someone who does have a device. So don't stress if you don't have a device. It's not a big deal. I have my phone. We have another couple teachers' phones if we need them. But there are a few students who do have devices that can work at school. So don't worry about it. So for example, if you do not have a device to use for the game tomorrow in class, that is perfectly okay. You will still be able to play, you will still be able to participate, and we will still review. We're going to have this really fun live Kahoot during class tomorrow with some more questions on it, ready for your test on Tuesday. The reason we're having our Kahoot tonight instead of tomorrow night is because I want you all to be able to have an extra night of review. I hope you've been reviewing your questions and your highlighted notes over the last couple of nights, and your study guide will. 9449832 to join in on the game. We're going to go ahead and get started in just a moment. I'm going to move over to highlight the game, and you can follow along and review at home, okay? Here we go. All right, I'm going to switch over here. Screen share. I'm going to screen share the Kahoot. All right, there we go. Share. Here we go. We've got our 5 players right now. We've got Caitlin, Tate, Will, probably Mason with Phantom Knight, and Dominic. I mean, maybe that's Devin B with Phantom Knight, or it could be Devin T, or Layla, or Alyssa. But if I have a feeling, I bet that that is Mason. Ooh, Colin equals Pickles. What? If that's Colin Grieve, that's craziness. Let's see, who else could it possibly be? Is he coming on here to try and participate with these 5th graders for their test tomorrow? Let's see if he knows it better than we do, okay? Oh, Mr. Stevens said maybe he's smarter than a 5th grader, which in 7th grade, hopefully he will be. All right, here we go. We're going to begin our game. 20 questions. Are you ready? Let's see. Weight is a measure of the amount of matter in an object. True or false? Weight is the highlighted word. Red is true. Blue is false. Weight is a measure of the amount of matter in an object. True or false? Weight is the measure of the amount of matter in an object. True or false? Let's see here. Weight is the highlighted word. So that is either true or false. False. 5 of you said false. 1 of you said true. Oh no, I bet that was probably Colin since he's not in 5th grade anymore. Weight is not the measure of the amount of matter in an object. That is what? Mass. Very good. Next question. Phantom Knight. Very good. Caitlin, Will, Savage Plays, Colin equals Pickles. All right, next question. Matter is liquid, tends to be more dense than matter that is blank. Matter that is liquid tends to be more dense than matter that is blank. Red, solid, blue, gaseous, yellow, magnetic, or green, all of the above. Matter that is liquid tends to be more dense than matter that is blank. Red, solid, blue, gaseous, yellow, magnetic, green, all of the above. Let's see here. Sorry about that misspelling on then matter. Gaseous is correct. 3 of you got that correct. Okay, so remember, matter that is a liquid tends to be more dense than matter that is gaseous. Okay, so you've got your matter that is solid, and you got their matter that is liquid, and your matter that is gas. Okay, so liquid is more solid than gas. Next question. Oh, Will, good job. Jumped ahead of Phantom Knight and Savage plays in that one. Very good. Next question. The dense center part of an atom is called the nucleus. Is this true or false? Nucleus is the word that we're trying to figure out if it's true or false. The dense center part of an atom is called the nucleus. Red, true, or blue, false? Let's see here. Is the nucleus the dense center part of an atom? Is that correct? Is that not correct? That is an excellent question. True or false? The dense center part of an atom is called the nucleus. The nucleus. The dense center part of an atom is called the nucleus. That is true, and all 6 of you got that correct. Well done, you guys. Very good. Will, jumping ahead there with 2,901 points. Very good. Next question. Buoyancy is an object's ability to float. True or false? Red is true, blue is false. Buoyancy is an object's ability to float. So buoyancy is the word that we're looking at there. Is buoyancy an object's ability to float? That is the question. Red, true, blue, false. Is buoyancy an object's ability to float? Is it? 5 answers in. I'm looking for 6. This is going to be my 6th answer here. Red is true, blue is false. Red is correct. It is true. Buoyancy is an object ability to float. 5 of you said true. That's correct. Very good. Will, excellent job. Still ahead of Tate, just there. Caitlin Collin equals Pickles has moved up, and Phantom Knight. Next question. An electron is a particle with a negative charge moving around the nucleus of an atom. True or false? Electron is the key word there. Is it red, true, or blue, false? An electron is a particle with a negative charge moving around the nucleus of an atom. An electron is a particle with a negative charge moving around the nucleus of an atom. Is that red, true, or blue, false? Think back to your drawings we drew this week regarding atoms. 5 of you answered. True is correct. 4 of you said true. Okay, an electron is the negative charge moving around the nucleus of an atom. I would have a look at those drawings that you drew with the purple eggplant colored electrons, right? Next question. Protons are uncharged particles in the nucleus of an atom. Is that true or false? Red is true, blue is false. Protons are the uncharged particles of the nucleus of an atom. Are protons what it is, or is it another answer? True or false? Protons are the uncharged particles in the nucleus of an atom. Protons, are they uncharged? It is false. What is it? It is neutrons that are uncharged particles in the nucleus of an atom. Protons are what? Positively charged. P for proton, P for positively charged. 4 of you got that correct. Good job. All right. Will is still sustaining his lead, but Caitlin is moving up. The Mason show is here. So Phantom Knight is someone else. That is someone's secret. Maybe Devin T, Devin B. Who could it be? Let's see. Next question. An element is a basic building block of matter. Is that red, true, or blue, false? An element is a basic building block of matter. Is that true or false? An element is a basic building block of matter. An element. What could that be? 7 answers saying that it's true. 6 of you said it's true, and that is correct. The element is the basic building block of matter. An atom is the small particles that make up an element, but an element is the basic building block of matter. Remember, we have 118 elements on our periodic table of elements. Next question. 3 states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. Is that true, red, or false, blue? 3 states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. Is that true or false? Red is true, blue is false. 3 states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. Are those the 3 states of matter? 7 of you are correct with true. The three states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. Next question. Caitlin jumped ahead of Will, Phantom Knight, Savage Plays, and The Mason Show. Next question. Mass is a measure of the force of gravity between Earth and an object. True or false? Red is true, blue is false. Mass is a measure of the force of gravity between the Earth and an object. Now, earlier we heard about weight and we wondered if that was true or false. What could this one be? Oh my goodness. All of you. Whoa, next. Somehow something happened here. Caitlin got that one correct. I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, guys. 10 questions out of 20. A neutron is a particle that contains more than one atom. True or false? Red is true, blue is false. Is a neutron a particle that contains more than one atom? Now, we learned about a neutron earlier with a tricky question. So is a neutron a particle that contains more than one atom? Is it red, true, or blue? Oh, let's see here. Who's going to guess? We've got 5 answers in. We're waiting for 7. A neutron is a particle that contains more than one atom. Red is true, and blue is false. Let's see here. False. 4 of you said that it was false. That's correct. A neutron is what? It is an uncharged particle of the atom. A molecule is a particle that contains more than one atom. And remember, they need to be the same atom, right? So we have H2O. We have 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen, okay? That is a compound. But if we have O2, which is oxygen, that is 2 atoms that are the same, and that is a molecule. Next question. Oh, we'll jump back on that one. Let's see what we got. The boiling point is the temperature at which solid changes into a liquid. The boiling point. Boiling point is highlighted, so that is what is true or false. Is it red, true, or blue, false? The boiling point is the temperature at which a solid changes into a liquid. When does a solid change into a liquid? Is it the boiling point, the melting point, the freezing point? What could it be? 7 of you answered. 4 of you said false, which is correct. Remember that it is the melting point at which a solid changes into a liquid. The melting point, not the boiling point. So that's false. Next question. Milliliters are the unit of measurement for what property of matter? Is it red, density, blue, volume, yellow, magnetism, or green, mass? Red, density, blue, volume, yellow, magnetism, or green, mass. Milliliters are the unit of measure for what property of matter? Is it red, density, blue, volume, yellow, magnetism, or green, mass? I've got 6 answers. Let's see who else we get here. We get our 7th answer, and you have 30 seconds according to my clock, so take your time. Make sure you get the correct answer. Better to get some points than no points. Milliliters are the measure. Okay, let's see. Volume. 3 of you said volume. Now, 1 of you said density. Remember that density is volume divided by mass. Okay? Then you got magnetism. That's about it being a magnet. Okay? And then mass has to do with the amount of an object in matter. Okay? So milliliters, that is measured when we're talking about volume, which is almost always with a liquid. Next question. The freezing point is the temperature at which a liquid changes into a solid. True or false? Red is true, blue is false. The freezing point is the temperature at which a liquid changes into a solid. Liquid to a solid. Is it the boiling point, melting point, or is it freezing point, like it says here in the question? Which one is it? Is it true or false? Freezing point is the key words there to pay attention to. All right, 6 of you answered with true. Very good. Excellent job. All of you got that one correct. The freezing point is the temperature at which a liquid changes into a solid. Next question. Ooh, let's see here. Savage Plays is streaking ahead with 4 in a row. That means, Tate, you got 4 questions right in a row. Very good job. Will is still in the lead, but you are gaining, Tate. Here we go. Next question. You can use a compass to find which direction is north because Earth is like a big blank. Is it red, magnet, blue, electron, yellow, atom, or green, compound? You can use a compass to find which direction is north because Earth is like a big blank. Is it red, magnet, blue, electron, yellow, atom, or green, compound? Oh, Truffles wants to play. So many of you, 6 of you. 5 of you said magnet, 1 of you said compound. Remember that compasses work with magnetic north, okay? So the Earth is like a big magnet. Very good. Next question. Volume is a measure of the space matter takes up. True or false? Volume is a measure of the space matter takes up. Red is true, blue is false. Volume is a measure of the space that matter takes up. Volume is a measure of the space that matter takes up. Truffles is up here having a little snuggle with me. You can't see her at the moment, but I'll make sure that she comes and says hello to you before the end of the game. 6 of you answered. True is correct. Volume is a measure of the space matter takes up. Remember, there are 2 ways to figure out the volume of an item, how much space that item takes up, okay? So that's volume. Next question. Oh, let's see here. 3 in a row. Phantom Knight is back in the game. Good job with 3 in a row. Next question. Density is measured by dividing an object's mass by its volume. Is that red, true, or blue, false? Density is measured by dividing an object's mass by its volume. Is density measured by dividing an object's mass by its volume? Red is true, blue is false. Who can figure it out? Who knows? Now, I said it earlier. Red is true. Density is indeed measured by dividing an object's mass by its volume. True. Next question. Materials that insulate allow heat to flow easily through. Is that true or false? Red is true, blue is false. Insulate is the highlighted word. Materials that insulate allow heat to flow through easily. Is that true or false? Materials that insulate allow heat to flow through easily. Truffle's sitting up next to me, getting her little ears rubbed, and she's got her boss protecting it. She would like to play, but she's watching our game instead. 4 of you said that's false. That's correct. What should word be there instead of insulate? If you're sitting there at home yelling at your computer, it should be conduct. Very good. Conduct allows heat to move through easily. Next question. Which is true of metals? Is it red? They always have a high density. Blue, they are always buoyant. Yellow, they all have the same boiling point. Or green, they conduct heat and electricity well. Which is true of metals? Is it red? They always have a high density. Blue, they're always buoyant. Yellow, they all have a same boiling point. Or green, they conduct heat and electricity well. 6 of you answered. 5 of you were correct. Very good. They conduct heat and electricity well. Good question. Savage Plays is making a comeback with 3 in a row. That's you, Tate. Woo-hoo! All right, first place we have Will. Second place we have Tate. Third place we have Phantom Knight, who is still out. Caitlin is 4th, and Dominic is in 5th. Next question. Which would be true if you took an object to the moon? Red, the object would have less mass. Blue, the object would have more mass. Yellow, the object would weigh more. Or green, the object would weigh less. Now remember, we talked about with mass and weight. In order for the mass to change, you would actually have to cut parts of an object off. But in order for its weight to change, red, the object would have less mass. Blue, the object would have more mass. Yellow, the object would weigh more. Or green, the object would weigh less. What could it be? I've got 6 answers in. The object would weigh less is correct. For the person who said the object would have less mass, remember that in order for it to have less mass, it would need more of itself. So we would have to cut a part of it off. So if you went to the moon, we would have to cut your arm off for you to have less mass. That would be craziness. But your weight would automatically be less. Okay? Will is still in the lead. Last question. A compound is the smallest unit of an element that still has the properties of an element. True or false? Red is true, blue is false. A compound is the smallest unit of an element that still has the properties of an element. Red is true, blue is false. Compound is the key word there. Is that the correct word? Compound. Anything else? Red is true, blue is false. A compound is the smallest unit of an element that still has the properties of an element. I have 5 answers in. Let's see who else is going to answer here. False is the correct answer. 5 of you said the correct answer, which is false. It is actually an atom is the smallest unit, okay? So compound is not the correct answer. All right, so here is the podium. Will is the winner with 16 out of 20. Woo! Silver is Phantom Knight, who came back in at the last minute to sweep out some points with 15 out of 20 correct. And Savage Plays, which I believe is Tate, 16 out of 20 correct. 15,864 points for bronze. Very good. All right, so everybody, give us your feedback. Show us what you're thinking here. Blue or red for learning. I mean, green or red for learning. Green, yellow, or red for feeling. Green or red for recommend. So I've got a yellow feedback, and that's okay. If you were kind of medium about it, you're not too sure, that's all right. I've got 5 overall for our score. We're going to continue on even without our Kahoot to review on YouTube for just a couple more minutes, okay? I've got the test here in front of me, and we're going to go over it, okay? So make sure that you stick around. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move out of full screen and move back to my video. All right, I'm going to show you. Woo, stop screen sharing. Let's see me. Hi, here I am. I was relaxed because I was sitting back because you guys were playing the game. All right, I still have 6 viewers. We're going to go over a few more questions. I highly recommend staying around. You never know when there might be a bonus point thrown in. Ooh, all right, here we go. So sailors of a submarine vessel pump water into the ballast tank so the submarine's density is close to the density of the surrounding water. How could you model this process? Now, we practiced this a little bit, although we used a boat and paper clips in the water, okay? So we kind of came up with an answer. So if you're thinking to yourself, what are ballast tanks? You need to look that up. Remember, we talked about ballast tanks. They're kind of these extra tanks that are inside a submarine, and they help a submarine not sink and not float. You got to put some water in it so they don't sink to the bottom and they don't float to the top. Why don't we want our submarines at the top? Because we don't want anybody to see them. Because like Tate pointed out, then they could infiltrate enemy lines. Good word used there, Tate, on Friday. Very nice. Okay. So you could make a model of a submarine from metal. So what kind of metal might we use? Maybe aluminum foil. Okay, and make ballast tanks. You could maybe use some plastic bags, or Tate suggested maybe some vitamin capsules, and you would fill those with water and add water and remove water from the ballast tanks to test it out. So very good job. Check in your notes for what we wrote down for that. But anything kind of around that idea of creating some sort of metal model and putting some sort of plastic inside to test how much water could go in before it sank and before it float is a good way to answer that question. The next question is, what is the chemical formula for the carbon monoxide? Carbon monoxide. Okay, so carbon is C, and oxygen is usually O2, which means there's 2 oxygen molecules. But in this case, monoxide, mono means 1, and oxide, okay? So oxygen, so 1 oxygen. So actually, the chemical symbol for carbon monoxide is CO. CO. Okay, so carbon monoxide, CO. Here's a question for you that might be a really good bonus point on your test. If you write down the answer to this question, then you might get a bonus point. Okay, oxygen is O with a little 2 at the bottom. Oxygen is a big O with a little 2 next to it. O2. Okay, next question. What is the compound that has this chemical formula C12, H22, and O11? Now you're going to have a chart on your test, and it's actually going to be very simple. You're just going to look right at it. But if I were guessing, then I would say that it is table sugar. Table sugar. Okay, so table sugar has the chemical formula of C12, H22, O11. Very good. Okay, next question. The density of corn oil is 0.92 grams per centimeter cubed. The density of ice is 0.9 grams per centimeter cubed. What will happen if you drop an ice cube into a glass of corn oil? Explain. Now, we wrote this in our notes and we highlighted it. Now, I made it a little different. I said vegetable oil instead of corn oil, and I didn't say centimeters squared, but the idea is still the same. And I think I said 82 instead of 92 and 0.8 instead of 0.9 because it's being very tricky. Okay, but if you have this, what will happen if you drop an ice cube into the glass of corn oil? And make sure that you explain. Okay, so what's going to happen? The ice cube is going to what? I know I can hear you all yelling, float! The ice cube is going to float on the oil because the oil is more dense. And items that are more dense go below and items that are less dense float on top. We know that it is more dense because 0.92 is more than 0.90. Okay, so the density of the corn oil is down at the bottom. The ice cube is going to float on top. Okay, and that's what's going to happen. And the reason, the why, is because the ice cube is less dense than the corn oil. That is the correct answer for your test. The next question. Name 3 properties that you can use to classify matter. Now, there might be lots of answers. Tate gave us a few really good answers on Friday, and I misunderstood. So the answers are things like magnetism, color, density, ability to conduct electricity, the melting point, and the boiling point. You need to list 3 of those. Don't put solid, liquid, or gas. Those are the properties of matter in the way that they are the states of matter. These are the properties of matter. The states of matter is it's matter and it comes in these 3 different ways, okay? Solid, liquid, or gas. But a property is what makes up that matter. Its color, its ability to be a magnet, okay? Its density, how thick it is, how heavy it is, its ability to conduct electricity, and its melting or boiling point, okay? So make sure that you know that that's different than the 3 states of matter, okay? Take your time, read your questions, okay? Next one, describe the structure of an atom. Now, we went over this in class for a couple of days, and we started at the top, and we drew pictures, and we worked our way down, okay? So an element is made up of atoms. An atom is made up of an electron, which is negatively charged, a proton, which is positively charged, and a neutron, which has no charge at all. Okay, so you end up in the middle with the proton and the neutrons all around the nucleus, okay? And then around the edge, you end up with electrons, okay? So that is the makeup of an atom. That would be a good way to say it. Atoms contain 3 kinds of particles, the proton, the neutron, and the electron. Protons have a positive charge. Neutrons have no charge and are all located in the dense body, which is the nucleus. Okay, but the electrons have a negative charge and they are in the space outside of the nucleus. If you write those answers down for your test, you will get a correct answer. 2 more questions left. Now, this is one I wanted you to think about over the weekend. We're going to go over it tomorrow, but those of you that are watching will have a leg up, okay? So, how can a thermos keep hot liquids hot and cold liquids cold? The clue is in insulation. Now, I heard some of you saying on Friday, well, they're metal, and so metal will insulate and keep in and out. And that is true. Some thermoses are metal, but some thermoses are not metal. Some thermoses are plastic. If you are old, like Miss Shea, you had a plastic lunchbox, and inside you had a thermos. And that thermos was actually made of plastic, okay? So the important thing is to remember this. A thermos is made of material that insulates against heat. So heat can't come in and heat can't go out. It kind of goes both ways. So if heat can't come in, then your cold beverages can't get warm. And if heat can't get out, then your hot beverages can't get cold because it keeps the heat in and it keeps the heat out. That is the beauty of a thermos. It keeps things hot and it keeps things cold at the same time because it does not conduct that heat very well. It's made of materials that do not conduct heat very well. Okay. And the final question, you want to find the volume of a rock describe 2 ways to do this. And we did this actually in a little bit of an experiment in class. We had our measuring cup, and in it I had how much? Half a cup of water, which I believe was 4 milliliters. And we dropped a rock in. Splash. Okay? And as we dropped it in, that was one way that we could find out. Okay, we placed it in the container, and then how much water was dispersed showed us how much it is in terms of milliliters. If you remember, it was around 1 millimeter that changed. When we did the other thing, which was to multiply the density, the length, and the height, we ended up with an answer around 1. So either way, the answer was around 1, and there were 2 different ways to measure the volume of an object. First, you can measure an object's density, depth, height, and length, or you can drop it in some water and measure the change that happens in the water. Those are the 2 ways that you can check. So we have 1 bonus question already. I'm going to do a second bonus question. The second bonus question, Mr. Steven just went, oh, dun, dun, dun. The second bonus question is this. Miss Shea is obviously a Hufflepuff. You all know this. This is very good. But what is the mascot of the Hufflepuff house? It is... You're going to have to find out. If you remember, great job. If not, look it up. And if you write that plus your other bonus point on your test, you will get 2 bonus points. Let me get Truffles, and she can say goodbye to you. Truffles! Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Mr. Steven's going to help because she's hiding. Truffles, come here, baby. Come see the babies. Come see the kids. Come on. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. There's Truffles. Oh, she's looking at her dad because her dad has what? All the foods. Truffles, wave to the kids. Bye. Have a good night. Get your studying done. We'll see you tomorrow in class for an in-class Kahoot. Remember, if you have a device, bring it along to class tomorrow. If you do not have a device, it is okay. We'll work in teams. Have a great night. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.